Okay, so the next thing we're going to draw is we're going to make a dresser. We're going to draw this dresser in perspective. The first thing we're going to essentially make is we're going to make like a rectangle. We're going to put the rectangle in the bottom corner close to the edge of the paper. Kind of like that. So let's start as we always do with a vertical line. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're on this diagonal line here, and I'm on the right side of my composition, and I'm on this diagonal line. I'm going to go up about a finger's width from the edge, and I'm going to make a dot. Make sure your dot is not on the tape. Okay, so this is going to be where my vertical line is going to start and where my horizontal line is going to go as well. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put my pencil on my dot. I'm going to slide my ruler until I hit the pencil. And then I'm going to line up my ruler, taking great care to line it up perfectly with the edge of this board. And now I'm going to make a vertical line. So how tall is my vertical line? I'll tell you in a second. Let's see. My vertical line is 4 inches in length. Okay? So I made one vertical line 4 inches from that bottom diagonal line. Now I'm going to make a horizontal line. I'm going to line up my ruler with the edge of the paper carefully. I'm going to go this way so I can use the inches. I am going to make a line that's approximately an inch long. Okay, so I have a vertical line that's 4 inches and then a horizontal line that's about an inch. Now I have a backwards L. I'm going to close my backwards L by making a vertical line. Right here, I'm going to make a rectangle essentially. So I'm going to draw lightly because some of this will have to be erased. So I'm going to line it up at the bottom of my paper, draw a vertical line so lightly. I'm going to line it up with the edge of my paper and I'm going to draw a horizontal line so lightly. Okay, so now I have a super cool rectangle. We're going to turn this rectangle into a dresser. Okay, so this is where the rubber hits the road. Now we're going to take this rectangle and we're going to turn it into a dresser using the vanishing point. So we're going to make dots. Whenever we make a dot, we know we're going to the vanishing point. So on the bottom left, make a dot. So I don't confuse you, I'm going to erase my original dot. On the top 2 points, I'm going to add dots. So I have 3 dots, 1, 2 at the top, and 1 down here. Now I'm going to give myself a stopping point. The dresser cannot wrap around and go in front of the door. So the dresser is going to stop. I'm going to have my dresser stopped aligned with my TV. So I'm going to take my ruler, taking great care to line it up with the edge of the paper down here, and I'm going to draw the lightest vertical line ever. And I drew it all the way down. So now I'm going to draw my 3 points to the vanishing point. So here we go. We're going to work it like a clock. So take your pencil, put it on your vanishing point, slide your ruler to your pencil, rotate, stop at the bottom dot, and now you're going to draw between the 2 lines. Put your pencil back on the vanishing point, rotate, stop at the dot, and rotate one more time, stop at the dot, and draw back to the vanishing point. Now if you don't have this top part, it means you were above the vanishing point and you just wouldn't see the top of the dresser from that point of view, which is totally fine. Now we have these 3 lines that are going towards the vanishing point, but the dresser doesn't have a stop. It just kind of disappears at the end. So now we need to put the lines in to make the dresser stop. So between these 2 dots is a vertical line. So we're going to add a vertical line here. So I'm essentially tracing the vertical line that was in place that I drew lightly before. So I'm taking care, lining it up, and then I'm going to draw a vertical line. Okay. Now I need to look at these 2 dots. Between these 2 dots is a horizontal line. That means here I'm going to make a horizontal line. Let me say that again. So between these 2 dots is a horizontal line. So I'm going to add a horizontal line to end this dresser. So at this corner that's super duper close to the center of the paper, this far corner, I'm going to take my ruler, slide it up so gently, so carefully, and I'm going to make a horizontal line right here. Perfect. I'm going to erase my extra little piece that's hanging on there. Awesome. Nice. So that is the start of a dresser. This is a really great start. So let's erase that diagonal line that was part of the floor because our dresser is not opaque. It is, excuse me, our dresser is opaque, it's not transparent. And now let's make some drawers. So you can measure. I'm going to make my drawers about 1 inch apart from each other. So this is 1 inch, here 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Now as soon as you make a dot, you guys should know where you're going. So I'm going to take these dots and I'm going to draw them back to the vanishing point to make dresser drawers. There we go, one more. There we go. So now I have a dresser front. You can add knobs. You can add, like, if you wanted to make the dresser, maybe the top one. Usually the top one is like your sock door, so it's like divided in half. You can put little dresser poles on it. You can draw fancy handles. Okay, there we go. Dresser in perspective.